Good afternoon and welcome back to the first vlog of the year 2026. I hope everybody is well. So I left you at lunchtime on Friday, what was that, 19th of December. I think I'd pretty much had enough for the day and the year, and the intention was to have a few weeks off and have a complete break. I pretty much did that. I had a lovely break, nothing too stressful at all, bit of rest, a few lay-ins, but I did actually do a little bit of work. I hadn't intended. On Saturday the 27th, I got a phone call mid-morning from a shipper. He said absolutely no pressure. He said I've got a job for Monday the 29th to go from Halstead in Essex, which is about 40 minutes from where I live, going to Bedford. It was a medium van job. It was some plaster coving that was needed for a residential address. No pressure if I didn't want to do the job, but I had nothing on the Monday, and the wife was quite happy for me to do whatever I wanted to do. So I thought, yep, okay, let's give myself a little run out. So it was 8 o'clock collection in Halstead. I think it was 71 miles. I didn't really record it, I think, but 71 miles I think it was. I quoted £100. I thought, if I'm going to do it and they've asked me to do it, it's £100, and they were quite happy with that. So tooted myself down there on the Monday morning at 8 o'clock, got there just before, got loaded, nice and straightforward. It's only like 4 or 5 pieces. Got on site for delivery about 10:15. Off site just after 10:30. When I got myself a cup of coffee, there was absolutely nothing on the feed at all. I think it was literally 3 jobs on there. One of them was for later, and 2 were nowhere near where I was. I give it a half hour, I think, while I had a cup of coffee, but as I say, there was absolutely nothing. So I just thought, no, okay, that's it, I'm done for the day. Made my way home, back home for 1 o'clock on that Monday. But it was a run out. The following day, the Tuesday, I was out with the wife for the day. Went down to the coast of Brighton, somewhere she likes very much, so we had a little trip down there. On the way down, another shipper rang me. Could I do a job the next day on New Year's Eve? And that was from Colchester going to Dunstable. And again, we had nothing planned for New Year's Eve, so I thought, okay, that'll do. The only little thing with the job, wasn't a big issue in this case, it couldn't be collected till 10 o'clock. The goods, and it was marble kitchen tops. They were on a lorry that was currently on the Tuesday in Calais waiting to come across on the ferry. It was going to be delivered first thing on New Year's Eve. Then the people needed to take the goods off the truck, repackage, and then put on my van. That was fine. Again, that was just about 77 miles, I think, going to Dunstable. Again, I quoted £100, and shipper was happy with that. So New Year's Eve, I got there about 9:45, and the Italian truck was just leaving, and my stuff had been repackaged, was put on the van. And again, residential delivery. That was just the last little bit of their new kitchen, which they wanted to unveil on New Year's Eve. So it all worked perfectly well. Fitters were on site. I was there for just after 12 o'clock, and we got that off within 5-10 minutes. It was halfway between Dunstable and Hemel Hempstead, so I thought I'm going to make my way down to Hemel Hempstead. There's a Costa Coffee just near Maxted Road, which is a place I sort of go to quite often. And just as I arrived and getting a coffee, there was a job came up from Hemel Hempstead, 2 minutes from where I was in Maxted Road, going to Heathrow Airport. Small van job, 1 small crate, air freight, and I put £50 on it. I thought that may even be slightly ambitious, because again, there wasn't a lot of work around. There seemed to be plenty of vans, but shipper rang me straight away, said, yeah, if you can pick that up and get that over as quick as you can, because we're going to have a lorry waiting to take loads of air freight into the actual airport itself. So I still haven't got rid of that cough, have I? Worked perfectly. Went round, picked it up, straight down to Staines, and got that off, and they literally transhipped that off my van onto one of their curtain-siders that was going straight off to airside. So that was it. It was whatever it was. I think it was that late. It was about 1:30 New Year's Eve, but I kept the feed on, but there wasn't anything there as such. So yep, I called it a day. Made my way home. So that was the 2 jobs there, £100 and £50. So I thought, well, that's okay for a decent half a day, 3/4 of a day. And yeah, while I was waiting, I was getting my coffee. There was a job that I saw on the feed for Monday the 2nd. Friday the 2nd. Sorry, Friday the 2nd. And I sort of didn't take great notice of it. And when I was empty in Staines, the job was still there. And the wife always says to me, if you get a decent run out, I'll come with you. She likes a day out in the van. She can do some knitting while I'm plodding along. And this job was for Friday the 2nd. It's from Felixstowe going to Leek in Staffordshire. Not somewhere I would normally aim for, to be honest. I don't think it's a particularly busy area. Obviously it's very close to JCB World Parts, which we all try to avoid. And it was a new customer. Never heard of them. The name rang a bell, but I couldn't quite place it. Did a quick Google search, and they're a transport company. They've got their own fleet of trucks. That's why I knew the name. 30 days payment. So I thought, they were new to the CX. The membership number was quite new, but I thought, no, that's fine. We'll give it a go. So I put a price of $240 on it. It's 207 miles. I wasn't overly too worried about the money because I thought it's going to be a nice job and it'll give me a run out with the wife. And we got that job. So Friday morning, got on site 7:30. Really good company, explained all about the pickup. Really good information. Got the goods on board. It was 3 pallets. It was away by 8 o'clock, and we was emptying Leek. I think it was about 12:15, 20 past 12. And the shipper actually rang me while I was getting unloaded just to say thanks for getting the stuff there because it was urgent. And we'll definitely give you a call in future and hopefully work together in the new year. So that's always promising. And after that, we just drove literally a mile up the road into Leek Town Centre. Got some lunch, had a mooch around the shops for an hour and a half, and left about 2:15 home. Never any intention, to be honest, of looking for another job. It was just a run out day, but it was quite a good day, 240 quid. I was quite happy with that. And so that was that. So I did a little bit of work. Monday, yesterday, the van was in for service. I expected it to be there all day. Got a phone call mid-morning just to say your rear brake pads need changing. A couple of other little issues. There was a couple of wires, sensor wires that were corroding, and it was probably best to change, otherwise they would probably go all together and then you see all sorts of lights flashing up. So that was fine. They said they'd give me a ring when it's all done later in the day. I don't like booking any work while I've got a job on. I don't like booking any work until I know the van's 100% done. So got a phone call about 4 o'clock from the garage. It's been road tested, it's all good to go, come and collect. Started looking for some work for today. Didn't expect it to be busy, and I didn't think the feed was particularly busy. There was one job there that I thought was probably worth having a look at, which was from Sudbury. Small van job. Sudbury's about an hour from home, 40 minutes from Colchester Station, where I dropped my wife off in the morning about 6:15. This was a 9 o'clock pickup this morning, but I thought it's worth having a go at. It was 83 miles. I put a price of £80 on. Shipper did ring me and said, could you do it for 75? That's all we've really got on it. And I'm not going to query over £5. As I say, the feed didn't look very busy, and I thought, well, no, I'm not going to worry about £5. 9 o'clock collection, that was fine. Dropped the wife off. I went and had a sit down breakfast this morning because I had a bit of time. Got myself on site about 8:15. I thought I'll give it a go, see if it's can be picked up early. It was only 4 boxes, and it was ready. So that was great. I was off site by 8:30. To get to where was I going? Oh, Milton Keynes. I don't think I told you where I was going. I was going to Milton Keynes, a place called Camfield. Never heard of it, to be honest, but they've got a airport there, a big university. I was going to one of the buildings there. Took about 2.25 hours to get there. We had a bit of snow this morning and traffic was a little bit slow because of that. But absolutely no problems. I was on site just after 10:30. Got the goods off straight away. Parked up there on site looking for some work. There was a bit of work coming out of Milton Keynes. Looked quite promising, but it was all going up north, which I didn't really want to do, and the snow was actually chucking it down at the time. Then about 11:15, So about half an hour later, there was a job came up from Northampton going to Peterborough. That was 33 miles. It was booked for 12:30, so plenty of time to get there. I thought I've got to keep it fairly reasonable because there was quite a lot of vans. It was something like 30-35 vans around the Milton Keynes area. So I just stuck a little price of £45 on it. The thought process was it was easy to get to in the time that I had. B, I could have some lunch on my way there or just when I get to the pickup. And I might also get that on early. And Peterborough, it's not too far. Well, it's not too far. It's sort of on the way home, so it eats into that time as well. So I stuck £45 on it and got a phone call straight away. It's a shipper I've done a couple of jobs for in the past. Got there, had my lunch. They got there about 12:10. Very quick to get stuff on. There was quite a lot of stuff, but we got it on quite quickly. It was tables and furniture. And it was going to a private school, Undul. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is that right? You pronounce it Undul? Private school, public school. Just outside Peterborough. And no problem getting there. 45-minute journey to get there. It then became a little bit of a ball ache, in a little way. I got a phone call to say there's actually going to be 3 drops around 3 different sites on the school. I was meeting a fitter there, which I did. And he knew as much as I did, to be honest. And one of these people at the school, we followed them round and we had to handball all this stuff off at 3 different sites. It actually took an hour. Shipper was really, really good. They knew what was happening. They were quite happy there was going to be some extra charges. And I got another £30 for that. So that made that job £75. It's now 3:15. I'm heading back on the A14 towards home. Doesn't seem to be much about. I wouldn't expect there to be. When I finish this, I'll have a look to see if there's anything coming up around Cambridge or Ipswich that I can either do or pick up for tomorrow. But I think it's just going to be it today. 2 jobs, £150. First day back in January. I think I've got to take that. Yeah, so that's it for up and running. So I hope you're being busy or successful. Couple other things to talk about, but I'll do them later on in the week. So anyway, that's it. Hope you're all okay, as I say, and we'll talk again tomorrow. All the best now. Cheers, Paul.